High in the Himalayas, a titan slumbers. Mount Everest, the tallest point on Earth, a behemoth of rock, ice and snow. Since the dawn of time, it has beckoned adventurers, explorers and dreamers. To stand atop Everest is to touch the sky, to conquer oneself, to experience the raw power of nature. For centuries, local people revered Everest as a sacred place, a home to gods and spirits. Then the world turned its gaze upon this formidable peak. Explorers and mountaineers began to dream of reaching its summit. Could humans truly conquer such a formidable force of nature? The allure of Everest is undeniable. It's a test of human endurance, a dance with danger, a spiritual journey. It is a place where life is stripped bare, where every breath is a victory, where the human spirit is pushed to its absolute limit. Join me now as we journey to the top of the world. We'll explore the history of this majestic mountain, the challenges climbers face, and the triumphs and tragedies that have unfolded on its slopes. Prepare to be inspired by the sheer audacity and determination of those who dare to dream of Everest. The quest for Everest summit is a tale etched in ice and grit. Early expeditions battled treacherous conditions, uncharted territory, and the limits of human endurance. The mountain guarded its summit jealously. Many tried and many failed. In 1924, George Mallory and Andrew Irvine set out to make history. Their goal, to be the first to stand on the roof of the world, they ventured into the death zone, altitudes above 8,000 meters, where the air thins and survival is a constant battle. The world held its breath. Then, silence. Mallory and Irvine vanished into the clouds, their fate a mystery for decades. The quest continued. Expedition after expedition pushed higher, learning from the experiences of those who came before. Finally, in 1953, triumph. Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, a New Zealander and a Sherpa, achieved the impossible. They stood on the summit of Everest, forever etching their names in the annals of mountaineering history. Everest is a place of breathtaking beauty and raw, untamed power. Towering glaciers carve paths through the mountains, their icy blue depths reflecting the azure sky. Prayer flags flutter in the wind, carrying the hopes and dreams of climbers towards the heavens. But this beauty can be deceiving. Everest is a harsh mistress. Temperatures plunge to bone-chilling lows. Winds howl like banshees, threatening to rip climbers from the mountain's embrace. The air thins with every step higher, starving the body of precious oxygen. The Khumbu Icefall, a treacherous labyrinth of shifting ice and deep crevasses, stands as a formidable guardian. The Western Khum, a valley of snow and ice, can feel like a furnace under the intense sun. And then there's the death zone, where the mountain truly earns its fearsome reputation. Yet even amidst this harshness, there is a stark, almost spiritual beauty. The vastness of the Himalayas humbles the soul. The silence, broken only by the crunch of boots on snow, is profound, and the views from the summit stretching out across the curvature of the earth are simply awe-inspiring. Above 8,000 meters, the air thins dramatically. This is the death zone. Oxygen levels are insufficient to sustain human life for extended periods. The body begins to shut down. Judgment becomes impaired. Hallucinations are common. It's a place where even the smallest mistake can have fatal consequences. Climbers must acclimatize slowly, allowing their bodies to adapt to the decreasing oxygen. They use supplemental oxygen to survive. But even with these precautions, the death zone takes its toll. The cold is relentless, sapping warmth and energy. Frostbite is a constant threat. The altitude sickness can be debilitating, causing headaches, nausea and exhaustion. And then there's the psychological pressure. The knowledge that one wrong step could be your last weighs heavily on the mind. Section 5. Triumph and Tragedy. Stories from the top of the world. Everest's history is filled with stories of incredible human resilience, both triumphant and tragic. We've celebrated the first ascents, the groundbreaking achievements, but the mountain also holds the memory of those who dared to dream but never returned. In 1996, a disastrous storm engulfed Everest, claiming the lives of 8 climbers. John Krakauer, a journalist on assignment for Outside magazine, documented the tragedy in his gripping book, Into Thin Air. The book sparked a debate about the commercialization of Everest and the risks climbers are willing to take. The story of Lincoln Hall is one of miraculous survival. In 2006, Hall was left for dead high on the mountain after collapsing near the summit. Miraculously, he was found alive the next day by another expedition team. His survival is a testament to the indomitable spirit of human beings. These stories, both inspiring and heartbreaking, are a reminder of the power of the human spirit and the risks inherent in pushing the boundaries of exploration. Section 6. The Allure of Everest. Why we climb. Why do they climb? Why risk everything for a shot at the summit of Everest? The answer lies somewhere within the human spirit, in our innate desire to explore, to challenge ourselves, to push beyond our perceived limitations. For some, it's the physical challenge, the ultimate test of strength and endurance. For others, it's the mental fortitude required, the ability to stay focused and determined in the face of extreme adversity. And for some, it's a spiritual journey, a quest for self-discovery and a deeper connection with nature. Whatever the reason, Everest continues to beckon. It's a siren song calling to adventurers and dreamers alike. It's a reminder that the human spirit is capable of extraordinary things. Section 7. Everest in the modern age commercialization and its impact. In recent decades, Everest has seen a surge in popularity. Commercial expeditions have made the climb more accessible, but this has also raised concerns. Overcrowding on the mountain has led to dangerous bottlenecks. Inexperienced climbers, some with inadequate training, are taking on risks they may not fully comprehend. The environmental impact of increased traffic on Everest is also a growing concern. Garbage and human waste are polluting the mountain. The delicate ecosystem is being strained. It's a delicate balance. We must strive to make Everest accessible while preserving its pristine beauty and respecting its inherent dangers. Section 8. The Future of Everest. Preservation and Responsibility. The future of Everest depends on responsible stewardship. We must find ways to balance the desire for adventure with the need for conservation. Stricter permitting processes can help control the number of climbers on the mountain. Educating climbers about responsible waste management is crucial. Local communities who have lived in the shadow of Everest for centuries must be involved in decision-making processes. Their knowledge and traditions are invaluable in protecting the mountain's fragile ecosystem. Everest is not just a playground for adventurers, it's a sacred place, a vital source of water for millions, and a symbol of the awesome power of nature. We have a responsibility to preserve it for future generations. Section 9. Conclusion. The enduring spirit of adventure, Mount Everest. The name itself evokes a sense of awe and wonder. It is a place of extremes, of breathtaking beauty and unforgiving brutality. It tests the limits of human endurance, pushing climbers to the very edge of their physical and mental capabilities. But Everest is more than just a mountain. It's a symbol of the human spirit's unyielding desire to explore, to conquer, to reach for the impossible. It's a reminder that we are capable of extraordinary things when we set our minds to it. So the next time you gaze upon a photograph of that majestic peak, remember the stories etched in its icy slopes. Remember the courage of those who dared to dream, the triumphs and tragedies that have unfolded on its flanks. And let it inspire you to embrace your own adventures, whatever they may be. For within each of us lies the spirit of an Everest climber, waiting for the opportunity to push beyond our limits and reach for the extraordinary.